How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the NoSkill Entertainment channel. As usual, I am DJ, and as usual, I'm joined by Brandon.
Hello.
This video has been a long time coming,
Far too long.
and just a heads up, this is going to be a significantly shorter video. This is also going to be one of our more serious videos. The topic that Brandon and I are going to speak about is something very near and dear and personal to us. That topic is the awareness of anemia, more specifically, Diamond Blackfan Anemia. I like to say in advance, Brandon and I, we are not medical professionals. We're just a couple of guys that wanted to do as much research as we could on this topic for one reason in particular, which we will get into here in a little bit.
Diamond Blackfan Anemia is a specific type of anemia that basically shuts down the bone marrow's main function of producing red blood cells. And red blood cells is the main way the oxygen gets transferred throughout your body. And Diamond Blackfan Anemia basically ceases that function. And the people with this special type of anemia basically stop making their own blood cells and have to subject themselves to a lot of blood transfusions throughout their whole life. And because of this, they go tired, some experience weakness, headaches, lightheadedness, all kinds of stuff, even pale skin.
On the topic of Diamond Blackfan Anemia, there are 5,000 active cases of Diamond Blackfan Anemia alone in the US. Though the number does seem small, it still is an effective impacting disease that affects Americans all over the US. Not including that anemia in general, the blanket that is anemia, affects 3 million Americans across the US and 1.8 billion worldwide. So yes, though theirs is the smallest number, it's still an impactful one. Like Brandon said earlier, it affects the bone marrow to where your bone marrow can't produce red blood cells to bring oxygen to your body's natural tissues. And we want to bring more awareness to our community about Diamond Blackfan Anemia because mine and Brandon, one of our very personal friends that we knew forever, was diagnosed with Diamond Blackfan Anemia. You may have seen him in some of our streams. You know him as Lightning. He was very open about his anemia. He would never shy away from wanting to talk about it because, especially with somebody like me, I want to learn. I want to know, because Brandon can agree, this gave us a deeper understanding as to who Lightning was, how he functioned, and what this disease does to him, and how it affects him on a day-to-day basis.
Lightning, or as we like to call him, Matt, was a friend that we would soon call brother. He was not shy about his anemia. If anything, he wore it as a badge of pride to basically spread the message of Diamond Blackfan Anemia. He wanted to do his part to spread awareness, and he was a very outgoing, very humorous, and honestly probably the nicest guy you would probably ever meet. He was always putting others' problems ahead of his own. I always got on his butt about it, but it's kind of the person he was. Shit, we would talk about all kinds of things together, from school, music, video games, relationships, life. Heck, for a little bit, we were thinking about getting a house together, and becoming roommates, boys, me, DJ, him. It was a plan that we talked about for a long time, and it really sucks that will never happen.
Now, when it comes to anemia is hereditary. It tends to run through people's families. Like me personally, anemia runs through my family. Not Diamond Blackfan Anemia, but sickle cell anemia. With sickle cell anemia, your blood cells are not full red circular blood cells. They tend to be of an orange pigment, and they are in the shape of a crescent moon. though they can still carry oxygen, not nearly as much, and they break down a lot faster and easier than your normal red blood cells. So your normal red blood cells can last roughly, I'd say 4 months before they need to be replaced, which your body can do it on its own. With sickle cell anemia, they need to be replaced once every 2 to 3 weeks. And I know my mother, she's the one that suffers with sickle cell anemia, along with other members of my family. They have to go to the hospital every 3 weeks to get blood transfusions where, just like Lightning had, my mom had a port permanently put in her heart. And just piggybacking off of what Brandon said, Lightning, he was not shy of talking about it. If anything, I felt like I got to know Lightning on a deeper scale, understand who he was as a person, on top of increasing my knowledge about something that I really didn't know anything about. So I'm eternally grateful for Lightning, because even though with the anemia, and there's days where we couldn't see him or talk to him or play with him because he was suffering from fatigue, or like appointments got messed up and he couldn't get his blood transfusions until a couple days later, so he's completely out of it. Through all of that, and I can say this wholeheartedly, even though he was the smallest of our group, he walked taller than all of us combined. Nobody could hold a candle to how genuine Lightning was. Through all that adversity, he still was willing to just, even if it was just for a little while, get on the old Xbox or get on the old PC and just hang out with the boys for a little while. Even if he wasn't doing anything, he just wanted to come and hang out. So Lightning, I love you, buddy. I miss you dearly. I still got you. I still got your Xbox account added. Never gonna unfriend that. Still following your Instagram. Never unfollowing that. Because that's the little bit that I got left of you, and I'm gonna hold on to it as long as I can. I love you, brother.
The years that I knew Lightning may have only been on Xbox Live, online, whatever, but they were probably the best years that I've had when it came to friends, and I can say that wholeheartedly. He was what I considered a real friend. Most of the friends that I knew personally that I can actually see face to face, they're not around anymore. He was. Shit, we knew everything about each other. We talked to all the time, every day almost. And it really sucks, because it really felt like the day he left us, a part of me left too. And I genuinely miss you, buddy. We are not asking, nor are we demanding, but please, take the time to help spread awareness to Diamond Blackfan Anemia, as well as visit their website. The link will be in the description below, as it always has been for the past year. Just take the time to spread awareness, and if you can, please donate whatever you can. Whether it's $1, $5, or even a penny, that's all we ask. The foundation did not sponsor us. They don't know we're doing this. We're not asking for anything in return. We want to do this for a good cause and spread awareness for something that hit us personally and that we feel very strongly about.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for us on this episode. Again, I apologize that this wasn't one of our funny haha videos or one of our longer videos. But as Brandon stated earlier, we wanted to talk about and bring awareness to something that is very near and dear to our heart and has affected us on a very deep personal scale. And on that note, he's been Brandon. I've been DJ. Thank you if you managed to make it all the way to the end of this. Thank you very much for tuning in and watching this episode. And we will see you in the next one.